Today's show is sponsored by Profit Accumulator, the UK's #1 match betting service. So what is match betting? It's a method that's used by individuals to profit from free bets and incentives offered by bookmakers. And when you sign up to Profit Accumulator, they will walk you through how to do match betting with their easy to follow video guide. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description and you can start your Profit Accumulator journey today.
How's it going, people? Welcome back to AFTV. Before we get going, this video is sponsored by Profit Accumulator. There's a link in the description box below. Make sure you guys get to know, and let's get into it. It's the warm-up today.
Woo. It's not warm today.
It's not warm. We need to warm up, so let's get this going. Let's get this going. Coming off the back of obviously an embarrassing result against Liverpool right here, we move on to Slavia Prague, our cup final, as we like to say. You know, we seem to have a cup final every week in the Europa League now, but it's the reality of the situation. Where do we start? Let's start with you, James, and your thoughts on the game.
When you have as bad a season as we've had in the league, and I've tried to give Arteta a lot of leeway for, you know, the change the squad needed and the other things, pandemic football, that's been the same for everyone. There's lots of factors, but it's still unacceptable to be 10th. You go out of the Carabao Cup at a whimper, you go out of the FA Cup without really trying. It's on him to win this now, and so that's why this is a cup final. And I know we said it for all the Benfica, the Olympiacos games, but it absolutely rings true, and it's going to be a final till hopefully he wins it. And that's a lot of pressure on a young manager still in his first job, but that's the reality of the situation.
Come on, Arsenal! Come on, Arsenal! Come on, Arsenal!
We need that. We need fans.
I need that energy, boy. Like,
honestly,
for 100%, it is a cup final. Every game at the moment in the Europa League is. I keep saying it. I live for Thursday nights. It's a vibe. Just praying we just keep going further and further in this competition, because we're not really playing for anything else. If I'm completely honest,
not really. We're not.
Exactly. Especially after the performance on Saturday against Liverpool. This is kind of it, and James is right there. It's a lot of pressure on a young manager, but on top of that, it's a lot of pressure on the young players we have that we're currently relying on to take us all the way. I feel for them, man, but it's just not good enough in my opinion. So anyway, Slavia Prague, we've got to get it done.
Yeah, in his own words anyway, Arteta did say this is our cup final. After a recent Premier League loss, I think even he succumbed at the title, top 4 ambitions, they're all, you know, in the mud.
Yeah.
So here we are, our cup final. FA Cup was thrown away against Southampton, you know.
That was painful as well.
Yeah,
the rotation that he did, I thought was unnecessary as well. Don't want to go back into that, but yeah, that was also very painful. This is the only thing, like I said, this is the only thing we're playing
It's all added to the pressure of this game.
It's him, exactly.
If you go out to Man City away and you played your best team, or sometimes things can go against you, but we've been so disappointing in every other competition that, you know, almost like for what we've really lacked in those, we have to make up for in this now.
We have to make up for it, otherwise this season is another season down the drain.
Yes.
Down the drain. And James, I know you got some stats for us as usual.
That's what I'm here for.
I love that Turkish adopted like Robbie's, he says, he goes, I know you got some stats as usual.
You're here for one thing, James.
You're not. But Robbie did say the looks as well, man.
Let's go into him. So I thought we'd start with Opta love to send us just a few kind of highlight stats. We'll go into those first, if this will work. So the only previous match between Arsenal and Slavia Prague, or previous matches should I say, Champions League, do you remember it here at the Emirates? Nice 7-0 win.
Smashed them.
Big
Remember
win.
Alexander Hleb having a bit of a, what a baller he was. I'd love to have a player like him, but anyway.
Bentner scored that game as well, by the way. I remember Bentner.
Who did?
Bentner.
Yeah,
as well.
God, Lord Bentner.
Don't remind me of some of these names.
Anyway, it did end 0-0 on the away trip, but I would take that immediately. Right? I don't care what happens in the away leg. Win 7-0 here, I'm happy. Arsenal are unbeaten against Czech opposition, actually, in all European competitions, with 7 wins, a draw, no defeats. We've scored 22 goals, conceded only 2.
That sounds like a stat that Arteta can mess up.
That's it, I was about to say, we're breaking all sorts of wrong stats this season.
Exactly.
That might not be the stat to push out right now.
Yeah, we should have said
Do you know what? We stood right here before Burnley, and it was like, they've never won at the Emirates, they've never scored, they've never... Anyway, we lost 1-0. Yeah, Aubameyang did the job for them. But anyway, last one here, Slavia Prague will be the first team to face 3 British opponents, that's Leicester, Rangers and Arsenal, in the knockouts of a European game since AC Milan played Celtic, Man United and Liverpool. Now I thought, obviously it doesn't really have an impact on the game, but the reason I thought it was interesting was I wanted to look at their European record, what's got them to the Europa League quarter-finals this season, which to be fair has been quite impressive. I'll just have a little look at it, it's going to pop up on your screen here. Now, the aggregate sort of score against Leverkusen from the group games, they lost 4-1, but they did win the first leg 1-0. They lost away 4-0. Nice as well, 6-3 on aggregate. Leicester and Rangers in there as well to get here. They've had to face some really good sides to get here, so they're no mugs, this group. And just to prove that further, their league record, 25 games, 20 wins, 5 draws, no defeats in there.
Wow. They're top
70 goals scored, 15 conceded. So look,
they're flying.
They might be not the kind of European giants that, let's say when the draw happened, they're the kind of team you take. But they're having a very good season. They got here for a very good reason. You wanted to touch on one of their danger men.
Yeah, so obviously I looked at danger man. I look like a scout, as you can probably tell by the outfit. I was ready. I've been scouting, but Abdullah Sima. I don't know if you guys heard of him. Just a quick one. He's going to be the danger man I've chosen for the game against Slavia Prague. He's also been linked to Arsenal, which I don't know if
it's so typical.
It's literally it's so obvious that they'll try and link us. We need a striker. If I'm honest, I do like the look of him. But it's funny that we're linked with him, so are West Ham, but apparently we're front runners to maybe bringing him on board at Arsenal. But he's got 11 goals in 18 matches in the league, 5 assists, and he's got 4 goals in 10 Europa League games and 1 assist. So he is a problem. He's an athletic striker, nice and tall. Actually, he plays up front. He also plays on the right wing as well, which is where he predominantly plays. But yeah, someone to definitely look out for. Going to be a problem. And we're going to need some steel in that defence.
That's what I'm going to be.
Sounds like the kind of player who causes us problems. Do you remember Montero at Swansea? Like these kind of players just love playing Arsenal. So.
Listen, like you said, we're going to need a good defence to make sure that threat is eliminated.
Yep.
So we might as well move on to lineups and get going on the lineup. There's a few injuries.
Yes.
A bad result against Liverpool. What are we thinking here? Obviously goalkeeper goes without saying.
Leno.
Defensively, we have some issues. We have some issues.
Can I say, it goes without saying for us, the goalkeeper situation, but I know Robbie is getting to the point where 100%. He thinks Ryan deserves it. I know Laurie in the office is saying that, maybe Ryan is worth a go. He made the really good point that if Leno hadn't got injured, we'd never have known how good Martinez was. So, Leno's got to buck up his ideas pretty quickly. Because, I'm getting to the point I'm thinking, a few too many creeping in.
Yeah.
Maybe if Ryan's performing in training, obviously I can't know that, you do give him a run, but yeah, Leno does keep his place,
for us, for us three.
So what are we talking about defensively? You gave us the man to look out for, so let's
all right,
hear
cool.
your defense.
So my back line, I've gone with Chambers on the right.
Tick.
Yep. I've gone with Mari in the centre back, and then Gabriel next to him in the partnership. Tick. And on the left, I've gone for Cedric. I'm a big fan of Cedric. Come on, right.
That's what I done.
Thank you. But yeah, that's mine. I'm going to carry on with my squad. So then in defensive mid, I've gone with Partey and an unusual partner, Mikel Arteta, coming out of retirement. I trust him more. So Mikel Arteta's going to become a player manager.
Right next to Partey,
next to Partey. I have a lot more faith. No, I'm playing. Right, honestly, as Partey, I've chosen Xhaka, and I know I've been critical of Xhaka, but for this sort of game, I feel like we need that authority in there. He's very he's angry, he's vicious, he does the things that I kind of want him. I'm trying to talk about it like I believe it myself, but I do want him in there. And I know Slavia Prague, they've had a terrible discipline record. They had 2 red cards in their last 2 matches, so it's going to be a physical game. They are very physical. Xhaka and Partey for me will boss that midfield. I know you guys have something different. I'm going to quickly go on to the last 4, the 4 attacking players. So on the right, I've gone with Saka. In the middle, I've gone with Odegaard, and on the left, I've gone with Emil Smith-Rowe. Obviously, I know they're both might be injured, but I believe they should be back for the game on Thursday. I'm praying. And then up front, Lacazette. I mean, the physical presence that I want in my team is the reason why I've chosen all these people. So yeah, that's my 11. You've got
a controversial one up front as well. Obviously, Oba's been talk of the town recently for the wrong reasons. James, what's your opinions on his lineup and yours?
I'd be happy if your lineup came out. Honestly, I would, because the injuries are unfortunate for Arteta. I saw a really great tweet the other day saying, "Why is it Villa lose Grealish, and it's kind of like, oh, they've lost their main man. They're probably going to struggle, but we lose sort of 3-4 players." And I get it. We spend a lot more money on our squad. Arsenal, Villa shouldn't be comparing, but the point I'm trying to make is we should give Arteta a little bit of. Just understand that there are serious injury issues that do impact the way we play, and Luiz is going to be a big miss.
Yeah.
So knowing these things, I know Cecil's had a little peek at my lineup and he's ready to get onto me. I've gone for something a bit wild, and I can't take credit for this idea actually. I saw someone on Twitter mention it. You can see I get a lot of my info from Twitter. And do you know what I saw? I actually thought, do you know what, they're spot on. I'm going to go with a back three. So I'm going with Chambers, Gabriel in the middle, and Mari.
Okay, that's cool. That's
that
solid.
sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds nice. No, I'm not
solid.
Yeah, I'm not angry at that.
Good on the ball.
Not angry at
Yeah. I'm going for Cedric as my right wing back. I'm going for Saka as my left wing back.
Okay.
I'm going for Partey and Xhaka. I think that picks itself at the moment.
Not Mikel Arteta?
No, not Mikel Arteta. Doesn't come out of retirement for me. He needs to get his management right before he starts getting on the pitch again.
Great point.
I've gone for Saka left wing back because I think he's been iffy the last couple of appearances since really Benfica, and I don't think it's a massive loss to take him out the right wing right now. And then my front three, I've gone for Odegaard on the right, Martinelli on the left, Lacazette up front. Now the reason I've done this, if you watch the way Odegaard's playing, he's always drifting out to the right to get the ball, so he's kind of used to picking up the ball in that space. Remember when Chelsea played the back three under Conte, the wingers weren't really wingers, they were more like wide number 10s. Martinelli and Lacazette, because I was talking with Pepe, Aubameyang, and I thought, you know what, after the disgrace I saw against Liverpool, I want the players with the most heart, the ones that press, the ones that are going to lead from the front, and I thought that front three do it better than anyone. Smith Rowe, unfortunate not to be in there, but I want Martinelli in there, so yeah.
If he went with that tonight, if he changed the formation tonight and it went wrong,
He'll get... It's over. It'll be over. That's
Look,
why
I'd applaud him for trying something different, but that's just me.
Would
Obviously,
you?
I would. I'd say fair enough. And there's this.
do you think it's time to try something different now?
In this
No,
game?
only because of injuries. I do believe the back four, the 4-2-3-1. I do believe that is the way we should be approaching this game with everyone fit. Tierney bomb down the left, Cedric down the right. We saw it work in the North London derby, Chelsea, all that. But we don't have those players anymore. We don't have, so yeah.
Say no more.
Well, and yours?
My lineup, defence same as yours.
Respect,
Yeah,
love that.
defence same as yours. Midfield, 50% like yours. We got Partey in the middle, but partnering Partey, I go with El Nene.
Okay.
Now, people are going to say, agenda, Turkish, he's got agenda against Xhaka. It's not an agenda, it's that I've seen my man let us down too many times.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Ceballos now let us down too many times. And we talked about El Nene before. He's not going to give you the greatest output on the pitch.
Correct.
But he's a 5 million signing, a squad player, and someone that does the job he knows he can do. He doesn't try anything spectacular. He does get caught out a few times. I'm not the happiest with that partnership, but I wouldn't be happiest with Ceballos, Xhaka,
Agreed.
or El Nene. So I'm going to go with El Nene there just because I'm backed into a corner.
Not fair.
Something's got to be done. Now,
I'm not angry at that.
the three behind the striker, I've gone without Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe because I feel like injuries too soon. They didn't get no time against Liverpool, and I don't think they're going to really start the game.
We shouldn't need them really. I know,
We shouldn't, but
I
I
know
feel
this
we
will
do.
probably come biting me, but you know.
Have you seen the stats about the 10 games we've had Emil Smith-Rowe
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Saka?
yeah.
Hey, here I am, stat man
I
coming
know.
through. We've got 7 wins, but with the 20 games without them, we've only got 5 wins.
Yeah, I know, I saw that
And
today,
that in
yeah.
itself shows you a disparity between. So I think we should worry more without them, but we should still have enough to get the job done. So the 3 behind the striker for me, I'd go with Martinelli. I'm going with Martinelli on the left. Cutting in. I'm going with Odegaard behind the striker, and I'm going with Nicolas Pepe on the right, also cutting in. And up top, what better man to bring both wingers through than this man here? Since he's bringing in Mikel Arteta, I think I can bring Dennis in. Big Dennis.
I was thinking,
Big Dennis.
Who's coming out of retirement as well, yeah?
We'll be better off putting this statue there, and if more balls will bounce off there, 1-2s, all of that.
You know things are bad when you're re-signing ex-players, you know, like...
This is what it's come to this season.
Come on, man. That, up front, Aubameyang for me. Like, I've been a critic of his this week and over the last few months. I don't think his mind is where it should be at the moment. I think he needs to show a bit more leadership, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch too. He needs to know that his actions matter to us fans a lot and take that into consideration. But I would still play him because at the end of the day, he's our striker. He's the one that signed the long-term deal, and he's the one we're going to have to go forward with. So that's my team.
Yeah, listen, I'm not too angry at that. I know we've all got our teams now. If they get chosen, what would the score predictions be now? That's what we've got to look at. So yeah,
I'm going in straight in 3-0. People shouldn't worry. Listen, I'm saying 3-0. If the club let me down, then I'm going to be angry as I should be. Yeah, because listen, if we now go predict a tight draw or a 2-1 win and we go smash them, on Friday everyone's going to be like, you see, Xhaka comes back in and we go back. Slavia Prague are not Liverpool. But if we build ourselves up to look at this game as a struggle, when we inevitably, and it is inevitable, that we're going to get past Slavia Prague, quote me on that, and you know I don't really put my neck on the line much, but we will get past Slavia Prague, fans will run away with it and act like Tom, Dick or Harry is the reason why. The reason. I'm going 3-0.
The hope kills you though.
I'm going 3-0.
Right.
I'm going 3-0.
All right.
This isn't hope, this is expectation. And I get that. I do get that. You know, when I said we'd beat Liverpool 2-1, I said in the preview, I said because I'm a deluded, hopeful fan. You know, but this is different. I'm with you. We should be winning this, but I just think nerves will be there. I think they'll be shook from what happened against Liverpool. I think we'll win, but 1-0. I don't actually think it'll be demanding.
1-0.
Agreed. I've gone with a 1-0 as well to Arsenal. I want to be surprised. I'm going 1-0 because hopefully we get the 3-0. But
I thought these two were the positive ones, and I was coming into. But listen, I'm saying 3-0.
We've been burnt too many times.
Bro, trust me, and researching it all now, my whole mindset's changed, bro. I'm trying to be positive. I really am. I really am. But
I don't think it's positive to expect the win against Slavia Prague. I think it's business as usual. But we've got 2 1-0 predictions, a 3-0 from myself. Let us know in the comments below what your prediction is, what your thoughts are, lineups, all of that, people. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. We'll be back next time. Love, peace, and all of that.